You have already won. The fact that you are watching this video is not a coincidence, it is a confirmation. This is not another guide to teach you how to achieve something. This is your final notification that the achievement is already complete. It's based on a proven, though seldom understood principle of quantum physics, called retrocausality. A principle where an effect, like you pressing play on this specific video at this exact moment in your life, can actually be observed before its physical cause has appeared in your reality. It sounds impossible, but the subatomic world, the world that builds your reality, doesn't play by our linear rules. In the next 50 minutes, I am going to decode precisely why the algorithm of the universe delivered this signal to you. I will prove to you, beyond any doubt, that this is the final validation you have been desperately seeking, and I will give you the exact framework to receive the win that is now, by the laws of physics, completely and totally inevitable. This isn't philosophy, this is physics. Concepts like the famous Wheeler delayed choice experiment, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics, have demonstrated that our observation of the present can literally change what happened in the past. This proves that time is not the one-way street we believe it to be. Your future, the one where you have already succeeded, is not isolated from you. It is a real place, a real energetic state, and it is sending back an echo into your present. This video is that echo, and that is why you've been feeling it so intensely, that almost unbearable pressure, the static in the air, that strange vibrating mix of profound excitement and paralyzing doubt that has been your constant companion for weeks, maybe months. You feel closer than ever, yet your physical reality reflects nothing, creating a painful dissonance that makes you question your sanity. You have been walking on a razor's edge, feeling the immensity of the breakthrough while simultaneously being terrified that you imagined it all. You were not going crazy. You were feeling the echo. You were experiencing the energetic tension between your present physical reality and the victorious future that has already been decided and is now collapsing into form. This tension is the final symptom before the change. Have you ever felt so close to a breakthrough that the waiting felt more difficult than all the work that came before it? If you feel the undeniable synchronicity of this video appearing for you right now, hit the like button. It's the first step in acknowledging this signal is for you. So many people are desperately searching, asking the universe, what is the final sign before manifestation? They look for numbers, for feathers, for symbols in the clouds. They are looking for a clue. But the final sign is not a clue. It is not a symbol or a number. It is this moment, this specific, tailored, and perfectly timed intervention. This is not a sign that your victory is coming. It is the evidence that it has already happened in the quantum field. Think of it this way, and this is the only thing you need to understand. We will call it the winner's quantum echo. When a lightning bolt strikes a distant mountain, you see the flash instantly, but the sound of the thunder takes time to travel to you. The event, the lightning strike, has already happened. The thunder is just the sound wave of that past event finally reaching your ears. Your win was the lightning strike. It has already happened in the non-local reality of the unified field where all things are created first. This video, this message, this feeling of profound recognition you are experiencing right now, this is the thunder. It is the sound wave of a victory that is already a fact, finally reaching your perception. You are not waiting for the event. You are simply receiving its final echo before the physical evidence materializes around you. By the end of this video, the agonizing hope that you have won will be replaced by an unshakable, bone-deep certainty. You will move from an anxious seeker into a calm receiver, fully prepared and aligned to accept the physical manifestation that is already yours. So to truly grasp why this video is your definitive confirmation, we have to zoom out. We have to look past the world of cause and effect that we can see and touch, and into the fundamental architecture of reality itself, into the quantum field. In this field, every possibility you can imagine and every possibility you can't exists simultaneously. It's not a poetic idea. It's the bedrock of physics, the reality where you fail, the reality where you give up, and the reality where you achieve the exact victory you've been working for. They all exist right now as pure, unformed potential, a sea of infinite waves of probability. Your consciousness, your focused energy, your persistent action, and your unwavering belief did something extraordinary. They acted as a cosmic tuning fork. You vibrated at the precise frequency of the victory you desired, and you held that frequency long enough for the universe to respond. And its response was not to begin creating your victory. Its response was to collapse the wave function. Out of all the infinite possibilities, your energy selected one. It took the fluid potential of your win and crystallized it into an energetic fact. In the quantum field, which is the only field that truly matters, your win is no longer a possibility. It is a done deal. It has already happened. It is as real and as solid as the device you are watching this on. The transaction is complete. The decision has been made. This phenomenon, this feedback mechanism from the universe confirming a successful reality selection, is what we call the winner's quantum echo. An echo, by its very nature, can only arrive after the original sound has been made. This video, this moment, this synchronous event is the echo. The original sound was the moment your victory became an immutable fact in the quantum realm. You are not hearing a promise of a future sound. You are hearing the reverberation of a past event. And this is precisely why the old methods of seeking and waiting have kept you in a state of painful limbo. You have been taught to look for signs that your victory is coming. You search for angel numbers, for feathers, for symbolic confirmations that your desire is on its way. But this very act of searching keeps you locked in the frequency of someone who does not yet have it. It's like standing at the train station, anxiously looking down the tracks for a train that is already sitting behind you, doors open, waiting for you to simply turn around and get on. You were listening for a whistle in the distance when the engine had already arrived. The winner's quantum echo is not a sign of what's to come. It is evidence of what is already done. This changes the entire game. It rewires the very nature of your role in this final stage. You are not waiting for a future event to manifest. You are not pushing to make something happen. You are integrating a past event that has already occurred on a higher energetic dimension. Your only job now is not to strive, but to align, not to create, but to receive. People have been searching for a way to understand this transition. This is the quantum leap explained simple. It's not a jump forward, it's a realization of where you already are. This realization explains that strange tension you've been feeling, that pressure between two worlds. It's the cognitive dissonance of standing in an old reality while your soul already knows the truth of the new one. It's the friction of integration. Think back over the last few weeks. Where have you felt that strange tension, that quiet knowing that something immense is just behind the veil, even when your physical reality showed you nothing? That wasn't wishful thinking. That was your inner being sensing the echo long before it became audible. This is where the entire model of reality you've been taught begins to fracture. We are indoctrinated with a single brutal belief that victory is earned at the finish line, that we must keep running, keep pushing, keep fighting until we collapse into our desired outcome. We believe the struggle is the currency for the prize. And this is the central paradox, the great lie. The moment you became capable of receiving this echo, this signal, this video, was the exact moment you had already won. Your race was over. The struggle had already ended and you didn't even know it. You kept running, fueled by the memory of a fight that was no longer yours to fight. You have been shadowboxing an opponent who left the ring long ago. The universe has already declared you the victor, but you've been too busy looking for the next battle to hear the announcement. Let that sink into you. Your work is done. This changes everything you thought you knew about effort, about deserving, about timing. It means the gnawing doubt that has been eating you alive is an illusion. It's a phantom pain from a limb that has already healed. It means the frustration, the anxiety, the desperate scanning of your reality for proof. All of it is based on a false premise. You have been looking for evidence of a future event, when the universe has been trying to show you the evidence of a past one. It means any setback you experience from this moment forward is not a test of your resolve. It is not a sign you are on the wrong path. It is simply the old reality dissolving. It's the final, frantic ghosting on the screen after the broadcast has already ended. These are not obstacles. They are echoes of a battle you have already conquered. They are the final death rattles of a timeline you have already vacated. When you see them, you are not meant to engage. You are meant to observe them with the calm, detached knowing of a winner watching a replay of a game they know the outcome of. You can finally let go. Not because you are giving up, but because you have already won. The tension you have been holding in your body, the ceaseless strategizing in your mind, the white-knuckle grip on your desire, you can release it all. It is no longer required. You have been carrying a tremendous weight for a race that concluded miles back. You see, the metaphor of the quantum echo is incomplete if we only see ourselves as the listener. That still implies a passive role. The deeper truth, the revelation at the heart of this entire experience is this. You are not just the listener of the echo. You are the tuning fork. An echo can only be perceived if something exists that can resonate with its specific frequency. A sound wave can travel for miles, but it is silent until it hits an eardrum, a canyon wall, an object tuned to receive it. This video, this final confirmation signal, did not find you by accident in a sea of cosmic noise. It was drawn to you. It was pulled into your awareness with the force of a magnetic law, because your consciousness, your very being, began vibrating at the precise frequency of the victory you desired. You became a vibrational match to the wind before the wind could ever appear in your life. That is the prerequisite. That is the non-negotiable law. The universe did not send you a signal and hope you were ready. It waited until you became the signal, and then it sent the confirmation. You did the work. You aligned your energy. You faced your doubts and chose your new reality so consistently that your own energetic signature became indistinguishable from the reality you called in. So if you're asking how to know your manifestation is close, the answer is you stop asking. The desperate need for an external sign disappears when you yourself become the sign. The question dissolves. The search ends. Because the tuning fork does not need to ask if the music is playing. It is the music. This fundamentally shifts our entire approach. The old paradigm was one of active force. We were told to manifest, to create, to visualize with effort, to hustle, to grind. It was a language of striving, of lack, of closing a gap between where we are and where we want to be. The new methodology is one of receptive alignment. The work is not to manifest, but to receive. The work is not to create, but to allow. It is a profound shift from pushing a boulder up a hill to simply turning around and realizing you are already at the summit. Your only job now is to accept the view, to stop acting like a climber and start acting like someone who has arrived. What if the waiting period wasn't a test of your patience, but a necessary grace period for your nervous system to acclimatize to the victory that has already happened? What if the universe, in its infinite intelligence, knew that an instantaneous shift would be too jarring, too shocking for your human biology? What if this lag time was actually an act of grace, a buffer zone allowing you to gently and gracefully expand into the person capable of holding this new, victorious reality? It wasn't a delay. It was an incubation. It was your final upgrade, sequence before going live. This all culminates in the most important shift of all, an identity transformation. For so long, you have identified as the seeker, the striver, the fighter. Your days have been defined by the journey, by the process, by the mountain left to climb. This identity served you. It got you here. It gave you the strength to do the work that collapsed the wave function in your favor. But its purpose is now complete. To continue to operate from that identity is to contradict the very victory you have secured. It is like a king continuing to dress and act like a soldier long after the war is won and the crown has been placed upon his head. You are no longer a seeker. You are an inheritor. You are no longer a striver. You are a victor. You are no longer a fighter awaiting the battle. You are royalty awaiting your coronation. Your only task now is to learn how to inhabit the throne that has always been yours, to carry yourself with the quiet, unshakable certainty of someone whose reign has already begun. You now understand the new paradigm. You see that your work is done, that you are not a striver, but an inheritor. But an epiphany in the mind is only the beginning. For it to become an unshakable reality, it must be anchored in your lived experience. You must see the proof in your own recent past. The winner's quantum echo, this video, does not happen in a vacuum. It is not an isolated event. It is the crescendo of a symphony that has been playing for you for weeks, even months. It is the final, loudest echo, But the universe has been sending you quieter signals all along, pre-echoes, and you have been misinterpreting them. You have been decoding them through the old lens of struggle, seeing them as setbacks, tests, or signs of failure. Now we decode them correctly. I will show you the 3 counterintuitive pre-echoes that prove your victory was already being broadcast to you, long before you clicked on this video. And as I describe them, a profound recognition will wash over you. You will see your own story. The first pre-echo is the shedding of the old. Think back. In the recent past, you have experienced a significant and perhaps painful ending. A relationship dissolved, a job was lost, a friendship faded away, an identity you clung to for years was stripped from you, leaving you feeling raw and exposed. Your logical mind registered this as loss. It felt like a step backward. It felt like the universe was taking things away from you precisely when you needed them most. You asked, why now? Why is this happening when I am so close? That is the old interpretation. Here is the truth. That was not a loss. That was a clearing. A skyscraper cannot be built on the foundation of a log cabin. Your victory, the immense new reality that you have collapsed in the quantum field, required space. It required an energetic vacancy that your old life was occupying. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, did not punish you. It prepared you. It lovingly and sometimes ruthlessly cleared the land for the palace that is about to be erected. That ending was not a sign you were failing. It was the undeniable proof that your win was so massive the old structures had to be demolished to make room. It was an act of grace. The second pre-echo is the test of total detachment. Somewhere in your journey, you reached a breaking point. After all the visualizing, all the affirming, all the working, you hit a wall. And in that moment, something inside of you finally let go. Not in defeat, but in exhaustion, in total surrender. You genuinely, from the core of your being, said, I give up trying to control this. Whatever happens, happens. I release the need for this outcome. It may have felt like failure. It may have felt like you were quitting 1 foot from the finish line. You may have even judged yourself for a lack of faith or persistence. You misunderstood the single most powerful act of creation. That moment of surrender was not you giving up on your victory. It was you finally accepting it. By releasing your desperate, white-knuckled grip on the outcome, you stopped sending a frequency of lack into the field. You stopped telling the universe, I don't have it yet. In that moment of total detachment, you broadcasted the most powerful signal of all, a signal of pure trust. It is the energetic signature of completion. It is the final click of the key in the lock. It is the moment you stopped needing it that you truly, irrevocably claimed it. That was not your moment of weakness. That was your moment of power. The third pre-echo is the ghost of the past. This one is the most subtle and the most jarring. Just as you began to feel you had truly overcome your central challenge, a ghost from your past reappeared. An old pattern of thought you thought you'd conquered resurfaced. An ex-partner sent a message out of the blue. A job offer that looked exactly like the career you just escaped landed in your inbox. A situation arose that perfectly mirrored the exact problem you have finally solved. Your first instinct was panic, a cold dread that whispered, it's not over. I'm being pulled back in. I haven't changed at all. This was not a test to see if you would fall back into the old trap. This was the universe giving you your final exam. An exam which you had already passed. It was showing you a reflection of your past, so you could finally see it from the vantage point of your victorious present. It was not there to tempt you. It was there to show you that you were no longer tempted. It was a mirror held up to you to prove your own transformation to yourself. Seeing that ghost and not flinching, seeing that old reality and feeling no resonance with it, was your graduation. It was the universe saying, look, this is who you were. Do you see how far you have come? Do you see that this no longer has any power over you? The shedding, the detachment, the ghost. These were not obstacles. These were confirmations. These were the pre-echoes of the win that had already happened. Which of these signs have you been ignoring or misjudging in your life? And how do you see it now in light of this new truth? You felt them. You lived them. And now, you understand them. The evidence has been presented. Your intellectual epiphany is now becoming a deep, personal conviction. In the comments below, Share which of these 3 signs you now realize you've been experiencing. Let's create a powerful collective of validation for everyone here. I read every comment. You understand the physics. You see the evidence in your life. The intellectual journey is complete. But understanding is not the same as embodying. Knowing the path is not the same as walking it. Now, we move beyond the mind. We move beyond analysis and into pure being. It is time to stop thinking about your victory and start living from it. So I invite you now, in this moment, to find a space where you can be undisturbed for just a few minutes. Sit comfortably, uncross your legs, let your hands rest gently in your lap, and when you're ready, if it feels right and safe for you to do so, gently close your eyes. We are not going to try to attract anything. We are not going to visualize a distant future. We are simply going to align with a truth that has already been established in the quantum field. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the day. Release the thoughts, the worries, the endless calculations of the mind. Let it all go. Another deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. And on the exhale, release the need to know how. Release the obsession with when. Let go of the timeline. You don't need it anymore. One more time. The deepest breath you've taken all day. And as you let it go, release the identity of the one who is waiting. Release the character of the one who is striving. That person's job is done. They brought you here, and you can thank them. But their part of the story is over. Now I want you to bring your awareness to the center of your chest, to your heart space. And from this space, I don't want you to look forward into the future for your win. That's the old way. That's like looking for a star that has already sent its light. Instead, I want you to feel backwards into the energetic fabric of reality, into the field where all events are recorded. I want you to connect not to a future possibility, but to the energetic memory of the victory that has already happened. It's already there. A finished event, a collapsed wave function, a permanent signature in the field. Don't try to see it, just feel for its resonance. A quiet hum of completion, a subtle warmth of finality. This is the source of the echo. This is the original sound. And now, let's access the feeling of that moment. Not the moment of the struggle, but the moment after. The moment the victory is yours. The moment it is an undeniable physical fact. Access it as if it is a memory you are simply recalling. What is the very first feeling that washes over you? Feel it. It's that great deep full body exhale, the one you've been holding in for months, maybe years. Feel your shoulders finally drop. Feel the tension in your jaw finally release. That is the feeling of relief. The profound, soul-deep peace that comes from knowing the fight is over. It is done. Breathe that in. Let that feeling of pure relief settle in your body. It is not a hope. It is a memory. You have won. And what comes after the relief? Feel the quiet, expansive joy begin to bubble up from your heart. Not a loud, frantic excitement, but a deep, steady, unshakable joy. The kind of joy that makes you smile for no reason. The joy of knowing all the work, all the faith, all the moments of doubt, they were all worth it. This is the feeling of validation, of knowing you were right all along, of knowing your intuition never failed you. Feel that quiet, powerful joy expanding in your chest, spreading out into your arms and your legs. This is not imagination. This is your energetic signature. This is the frequency of your win. You are not winning. You have won. Feel the difference. Winning is a process. It is tension. It is effort. Having won is a state of being. It is peace. It is certainty. It is done. Stay with this feeling, this memory of peace, this memory of joy, this memory of profound relief. Let it become more real than the chair you are sitting on, more real than the sounds in the room around you. This is the true reality, the cause. Everything else is just the echo catching up. And now, we let this feeling saturate you. Let this feeling of "it is done" move from your heart and seep into every single cell of your body. Feel it flowing down into your stomach, calming any last trace of anxiety. Feel it moving up into your throat, clearing the path for you to speak your truth from this new place of power. Feel it washing up into your mind, silencing the inner critic, dissolving the last remnants of doubt. This is not a mental exercise. This is not faking it till you make it. This is energetic alignment. This is a calibration of your entire being to a factual event that has already been registered by the universe. You are simply allowing your physical body to catch up to the truth of who you already are. Feel this certainty flowing down your legs, through your knees, and into the soles of your feet, grounding you to the earth not as someone who is hoping, but as someone who has already received. You are an inheritor of a reality that is already yours, and for this final moment, we dissolve the last illusion, the illusion of separation, the boundary between the you, who is listening to my voice right now, and the you who has won. That boundary is an illusion created by linear time. It doesn't exist in the quantum field, and it no longer needs to exist in you. So right now, let that veil dissolve. Let the two become one. Merge with the version of you who is living on the other side of this victory. Because there is no other side. There is only now. There is only one you. The you who is whole. The you who is successful. The you who is at peace. The you who has won. Feel that integration. A click, a shift, a deep, quiet knowing in your bones. It is done. And now, gently, slowly, begin to bring your awareness back. Bring this feeling with you. Do not leave it behind. Become aware of the weight of your body in the chair. Notice the air on your skin. Hear the sounds around you, but hear them from this new state of being. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Look around the room. Everything is the same, but you are different. You are not the person who closed their eyes a few minutes ago. You are now anchored in the feeling state of your victory. This is your new baseline reality. As you feel that certainty in your body, what single word defines the essence of your win? Victory, peace, relief. Hold that word. That is your frequency key. You are no longer manifesting. You are integrating. The person who fights for a reality is not the same person who lives in it. The person who strives is not the person who has. You have crossed a threshold, and with it your very identity has shifted. You are no longer a builder, a seeker, or a creator of what is to come. You are a sovereign inheritor. An inheritor does not struggle for their kingdom. They do not worry if it will be there. They simply walk into it with the calm certainty of their birthright and assume the throne that has been waiting for them. This is your new state of being. It is not a role you are playing. It is the truth you have awakened to. And a sovereign inheritor operates by a different set of rules. Here is how to know your manifestation is close, in practice. You stop looking for it and start living from it. The following are not techniques to get your win. They are protocols for managing its arrival. The first is the 24-hour integration protocol. For the next 24 hours, starting the moment this video ends, you will make every decision, no matter how small, from the feeling state you just embodied. You will move, speak, and choose from the unshakable certainty that your victory is a completed event in your history. This is not fake it till you make it. That phrase is an admission of lack. It is a confession that you are not yet there. This is act from what is already true. It is a declaration of fact. When you wake up tomorrow, how does the sovereign inheritor make their coffee? Do they rush, filled with anxiety about the day? Or do they move with a quiet, deliberate grace, knowing their reality is secure? When an email arrives, do you answer from a place of desperation, hoping for a good outcome? Or do you respond with the calm authority of someone for whom the outcome is already a settled matter? Every choice, from what you wear to the tone of your voice to the thoughts you entertain, must be filtered through one question. Is this congruent with the person who has already won? This is not about making grand gestures. It is about saturating your immediate timeline with the frequency of your new reality. You are training your nervous system, your very cells, to accept this new baseline of victory as its natural, default state. But what happens when the outside world shows you the opposite? What happens when an old problem, a contradictory piece of evidence, appears on your path? This brings us to the second protocol, navigating the collapse lag. The quantum field has already collapsed to reflect your win, but the dense physical 3D world often has a delay. Think of it like a massive ship turning in the ocean. The captain has already turned the wheel, the rudder has shifted, and the ship's new destination is locked in. But for a few moments, the view from the deck still looks like it's pointing in the old direction. The lag between the cause and the observable effect is what we call the collapse lag. During this lag, the hologram of your past reality will present you with ghosts, and new, unexpected bill, a negative comment, a moment of self-doubt. These are not tests. They are not signs you have failed. They are the dissolving mirages of a world that no longer exists for you. Your job is not to fight them. Fighting them gives them energy. Your job is not to fear them. Fearing them suggests they have power. Your job is to use a simple technique called acknowledge and anchor. When a piece of the old reality appears, you look at it internally and you acknowledge it. Without judgment, you say, "I see you. You are the echo of a past that is no longer my reality. Thank you for showing me what I have moved beyond." Then, immediately, you anchor. You bring your awareness back to the feeling in your body, the feeling of certainty, the feeling of relief, the feeling of it is done. You place a hand on your heart, and you reconnect with the energetic signature of the win. You hold that feeling for just a few seconds, breathing into it. Acknowledge. Anchor. You are not denying the mirage. You are simply refusing to give it your belief. You are treating it as obsolete data from a system that has been decommissioned. By doing this, you rob it of all power and accelerate its dissolution. Finally, there is a way to speed up this entire process. There is a way to lubricate the gears of reality so they turn more swiftly in your favor. Here is how to know your manifestation is close and how to command it into your presence. Echo amplification. Gratitude is not a polite emotion. It is a command signal in the quantum field. It is the frequency that says, "More of this." But we are taught to feel gratitude only after we receive something. The sovereign inheritor feels gratitude before the physical evidence arrives because they are grateful for the certainty of the echo. Right now, feel a wave of profound gratitude for the synchronicity of you finding this video. Not for the information, but for the signal itself. This video is a gift from your higher self, a tangible piece of evidence from your future. Thank the universe for this final, undeniable confirmation. Now, amplify it. Extend that gratitude back to the pre-echoes. That painful ending you went through. Thank it for clearing the space. That moment of total surrender where you almost gave up. Thank it for being the signature of your completion. That ghost of the past who showed up to test you. Thank them for being the final exam you passed. With flying colors. When you reframe every part of this journey, even the difficult parts, as a perfectly orchestrated series of signals leading you here, you collapse all resistance. Gratitude turns every perceived obstacle into a stepping stone. It is the ultimate amplifier. It takes the quiet echo of your win and turns it into a deafening roar that shakes your physical reality into immediate compliance. This is your new framework, a 24-hour protocol of embodiment, a strategy for navigating the lag, and an amplifier to accelerate the result. This is your new state of being. Your only task is to not be convinced by the dying hologram of your past. Your attention, your belief, is the only thing keeping it animated. Withdraw your focus from it and place it entirely on the truth you now feel in your bones. What is the first decision you will make? The first action you will take from this new identity as the sovereign inheritor the moment this video is over? You now understand the winner's quantum echo. You have felt its truth not as a concept in your mind, but as a certainty in your body. You hold the tools to navigate the final moments of this integration, to stand firm as the old reality dissolves. Your victory is assured. It is done. But this journey, this process you've just been through, was never just about this one single win. Receiving this breakthrough was simply your initiation. It was the universe teaching you, through direct experience, the fundamental law of creation, a law that operates backward from the future you have already chosen. The real journey, the real work of your power, begins now. You have learned to receive an echo sent from your future. You have learned to recognize its signature and align with its frequency. But what if you could consciously engineer the event that creates the echo in the first place? What if you could plant a seed in the quantum field so potent, so perfectly aligned, that its echo isn't just a possibility, but a cosmic certainty? Now that you know you have won this, What if you could guarantee any win you ever desire? This is the next level of your power. It's what we'll explore in our next video. Quantum Seeding Explained. How to plant a future success in your past. We will move from being the receiver of the echo to becoming the architect of reality itself. We will move from being the listener to becoming the orchestra. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. Now that you're a winner, the next step is becoming a creator, and in our next video, we build on this mastery. You cannot miss it. Go forward in certainty. Receive your win with grace. It is already yours. This video was simply your notification from the universe.